WDSU first warning weather and impact days still through this evening, maybe through tomorrow morning, and it's locally heavy rain of what's connected to potential tropical cyclone 1. Hurricane hunters from Keesler Air Force Base were out earlier today, sent some dropsondes out and detected and looked at the storm and gave us some better information. And already there's tropical storm force strength winds with the system, but there is just little to no organization with it. Little northward jog now northwest. But as we take off the area of low pressure, you can see the stats at the top of the screen. There isn't just much to it. Again, not a classical tropical system. It's here. Still some strong winds, still some pretty hefty storms that are now east into parts of Mexico here. This is the country of Mexico. Bay of Campeche is what we're looking at. When you look at this storm, there's the potential it could organize and be classified as a tropical depression to tropical storm. But there's a chance it doesn't do that either. What's going to happen is travel westward eventually after a little northward progress, and that's going to land south of Texas, shown here. Here's Brownsville, and then you get the country of Mexico. No direct impacts whatsoever for us. I say no direct impacts because indirectly it has been that tropical humidity plume that's been giving us these showers and storms. So we still have chance of storms connected to the system, at least that it streams forth that humidity. But look at the heaviest storms as we've been in it the last 2 days. They're now going to be west. They're going to be southwest of us here. There is the potential organization shown by some of our forecasts, but overall, as this system eventually makes landfall, we're going to bring down the rain chances. That allows more sunshine. We're going to heat back up. There's the chance that still some energy connected to the system as it gyres around Central America. The Central American gyre, just fancy names for spins, could get another system. That's a long ways away. I don't see much to it and no direct impacts here, which is where I lead on the information that's most important to us. Now, we could find some strong winds if we get that area of low pressure to tighten. Coastal flooding kicks in late tonight as an east-southeast winds drop in and drive in all that water. Storm activity, though, overall will start to wind down for us. So we look at Doppler radar right now. I want to show us what's going on with some rain that's there. There just isn't much to it right now. We'll look at our Doppler radar here, WDSU first warning weather Doppler radar. Seen at least another batch of some showers trying to move in here from east to west, as you can start to see. Let's get a little bit closer to us and show where those showers and even now a few thunderstorms are rumbling, moving from Gulfport. They could have their eyes and ears on Picayune to Slidell to Bogalusa before you know it, North Shore, Covington to Mandeville. But overall, we're kind of in a break from what we saw storms earlier in the day. Some last remaining showers as you go to Thibodaux to Houma here too. Let's get back to temperatures and right into our particular forecast for us as we're still into the 70s, around 80. The high humidity's here. We topped out at 88 at Lakefront, only 86 to what we did. There's the real-time temps and, of course, the humidity that's through the roof. So we're keeping our eyes on what could happen in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. But again, we're just on the northern periphery of this. Look at all that humidity streaming north to actually being tropical rain all the way to Memphis into southern Illinois and Cairo. So here's the forecast in the short term. Not a whole lot to it. You can see the waves of the storms I just tracked moving east to west in that forecast. And we start off in 70s yet again here tomorrow morning on Tuesday. But as to fighting through some rain for your morning commute, I don't think we have to do that. We start off overcast. Then as we break some of the clouds, there's about a 40% chance of scattered showers and storms during the morning hours, picking up to about a 70% chance as we get to the heat of the afternoon. Locally heavy rain is possible tomorrow, but we take that down to categories. We were in a number 2 out of 4 categories today, a slight risk. We'll have those winds starting to pick up, and that's the reason we're driving the water on shore. 1 a.m. tonight going through Wednesday afternoon will be that coastal flood advisory. Still quite a bit of cloud cover tomorrow, and that's going to hold temps down below the typical high around 90 and 91. Into Wednesday, I'm going to take the rain chances down even further. There's still a chance of a storm or two, but with more sunshine, we should pop back up to around 90, and we continue to heat up from there as I bring the rain chances down even further beyond Juneteenth on Wednesday, of course. So WDSU first warning weather 7-day forecast. Tomorrow morning, as more storms forecast, could be an impact day, locally heavy rain. But overall, we're going to decrease those storms and heat back up and keep our eyes on the tropics too.